Hey guys, it's Martin with Crest Construction here in Louisiana, and I want to talk to you guys some more about commercial construction and how to branch into it and be successful at it. In the last video, what we talked about is the structure of management involved in the commercial sector. You got the suits up top that trickle down information down to all the different, management, and then eventually a set of plans get out to the general contractors. GCs send it out to bid with subs, and a GC gets the project. We're going to focus on starting as a subcontractor in the commercial sector. And the reason for that is these jobs, these commercial projects that are larger, oftentimes you have to be bonded to perform these projects. And what bonded means is something different than everybody else thinks. I don't mean get bonded with your city. Bonding is an insurance policy that is purchased specifically for your scope of work that you're performing on the job. Say you've got framing, $500,000 worth of framing. You have to purchase an insurance policy for your work. If you can't perform it, if you're substandard, you can't fulfill the warranties, a catastrophe happens, the insurance will pay to come in and fix the job. You have to be bonded you have to get bonding for specific projects at a general contractor level. For example, you go out to one of your state-funded colleges, go to a public bid job, they're building a new library, you bid the job as a general, it's $15 million. Well, the state will want you to get an insurance policy on the job, so if you screw up, they can fix it. You're not able to get bonding policies, those insurance policies, unless you have a large portfolio of successfully completed work, and often it starts at a small level and builds and builds and builds. I can't get bonding for a $100,000 concrete slab on a commercial project because I don't have a large enough portfolio of large concrete slabs. An insurance company is going to look at me and be like, "Man, you poured some house slabs. You can't do this." They won't give me a bond. A good place to start if you want to bid commercial work, get involved in this and grow into these bigger projects. A good place if you want to be a general contractor and not just a sub, start at the state public bid level. A good place to start is at these state park jobs where they need to refinish flooring in a state park clubhouse. They need to replace a roof after a storm. One just came up where there was 20 concrete pads for RVs that needed to be demoed and repoured, and then paved the driveway. Pretty straightforward jobs, but you have to get bonding for those. You do Air Force bases, National Guard jobs. Those are all public bid. The way that you find those jobs is you get on to Google and you type in Louisiana public bid construction jobs and just search, man, dig down the rabbit hole. Call your state park, an office at the state park, and say, "Hey, I'm a contractor and I want to do some construction work. How do I get involved in that? Who do I talk to?" And then get a number from that person and call that next person, get another number from them, and eventually you'll get in touch with Mickey Lewis, who runs the state park jobs here, and you tell him you want to get on the bid list, and he'll send you invitations to bid, and you go out to the pre-bid meetings and meet all the guys that are public bidding work. Another thing to do is National Guard. Again, those are public bid. You got to be able to get bonded for those most of the time. You call your National Guard office, say, "I want to do construction work. Who do I talk to?" You follow all the phone numbers, and eventually you get Alan Reisdorf. I don't know if he still does them. I don't bid those anymore. But he'll start sending you invitations to bidding. You show up to the pre-bid meetings and meet all the guys that bid those jobs. And it's a really good place to cut your teeth. If you can get one of those jobs, it's a great learning place, because the construction managers there, like Mickey Lewis and Alan Reisdorf, they are so helpful. All they want is for the contractor to succeed. I mean, I could have that wrong. They may just, like me or like the other guys that work there, but they seem to have this attitude of help. They aren't trying to be there to just nitpick you to death and just be a huge pain on you. They just want the project completed successfully so you make some money, and they want it completed successfully so the performance metrics are met for the government, that they get a product that's going to last and is warranted and is the right thing. They're not there to just binge over. If you want to start as a general contractor, that's where you're going to start, public bid jobs. If you follow the path that I'm on right now, this is it. You get your commercial license, you focus on being a subcontractor. By performing jobs as a subcontractor, you build your portfolio to when you go to get bonded on these larger projects, you have a huge portfolio of work where you can say, hey, this is what we've done, insurance company. Give me a $500,000 insurance policy. And they go, yeah, we can do that. You know, as a subcontractor, I'm able to successfully bid these projects because I present my company professionally and then I deliver professionalism. Like, you ever drive down the streets, you know, one of your main strips in town, and you see a billboard for McDonald's, right? And it's got a Big Mac on it, and the buns are fluffy, and the Big Mac sauce is oozing out, and the lettuce is fresh and crispy, and there's a guy with a huge smile on his face being like, ah, and it looks awesome. So you end up going to McDonald's and you go order that Big Mac meal, and the fries come out and they're soggy and disgusting, and the burger is squished down and the bun is falling apart and the patties are falling off. It's just, there's no equity between the expectation and what you actually get. With my company, I advertise the same way like a McDonald's thing does. I put that billboard out where it looks juicy and it looks appetizing and it is the right price. And then when I get the job, I deliver a juicy, appetizing product at the right price, and I get it done. That's how you start building the portfolio right there. I say that, and I think about a real successful project I did, and I just dug the plans out as I'm cleaning out my home office. Is this Texas Roadhouse job right here. Guys, that was a good project for me. My men were happy at the end. The general contractor was happy. The construction managers for Roadhouse were happy. They were pleased. The upper management that kept getting RFIs, requests for information, clarification of the construction documents, those people were impressed with the final product. We hit the budget. Everybody liked each other at the end. There was a week on that project where the superintendent for the GC got sick and almost died. And my company, with all the scopes we were handling, were the only ones out there, and we were driving the production on that job. We were showing up 6 o'clock in the morning, working until 4 o'clock in the afternoon when they kicked us off there, and just busting our hump to get it done. Without anybody there, cracking the whip on us saying, hurry up. That was looked real favorably upon by the general superintendent and the GC. It was a good project. I bring up that job because it was a successful project for us. Everybody enjoyed it. And at the end of the project, I can declare with 100% certainty that that was a successful job where I made money. I know it was successful because of the numbers. I'm looking at them on my computer screen right now. I know I made money because I'm looking at the computer screen and I see the money that I made. To get in to this sub position, my understanding is you got to know your numbers. Bottom line, you don't just say, man, it's going to be 1,000 square foot addition that we're doing. It's going to cost $3, $4, $5 a foot to frame it. Materials are going to be $3, $4, $5 a foot for the materials, and throw a number out there and get the job. I go through these plans like this Roadhouse with a fine-tooth comb. I do my bidding at night and on the weekends. I get quiet, I put my headphones in, I turn on my speakers, and I just get away from everybody. Everybody leave me alone, turn off my phone, and I dig into those plans and I find out what's going on. I read that spec book as I'm going to sleep at night, and I find out what everything is that's spec'd out in it. I get real familiar with this project, and I go through with a fine-tooth comb and I account for every little detail in these projects, man. And then I account for how much manpower that's going to take to get done. And then I figure out every piece of material down to the screw. I put an overhead number and I put a profit number on it. And I'll send it out in a real professional package. That's key, professional. So far, I haven't done a job, man, where I've lost money. I land about 20% of the jobs that I bid. I've bid 28 to 30 jobs over the last 6 months, and I've landed 4 of them, 5 of them. I think 4 or 5, I can't remember. I'd rather not get the job than be just the cheapest guy and working for free. I really would. So let's make the assumption then that you know your numbers and what it's going to take. You got to be able to track those numbers during the project. I track my numbers with QuickBooks, People use a lot of other things. I use QuickBooks. I didn't know anything about QuickBooks when I started. I had to learn. I had to rely on other people that knew QuickBooks, had to ask them questions. I outsourced the whole setup of this system to a lady named Becky, and she saved my life, man. She taught me so much about accounting and how to use this piece of software. And man, now I pull up jobs, and I can tell you, man, for Division 5, and the only thing I'm doing in Division 5 is cold form framing. I can tell you on that Texas Roadhouse job, it cost me $6,900 in labor to frame that job. $69.09 and 00 cents. That's perfect. It cost me $2,500 in masonry labor. It cost me $2,018.56 in brick material. I know where every penny went on this job, man. I know what change orders I didn't get paid for because I didn't bill for them. I know what change orders I completed and got paid for and what they were for. I can tell you anything you want to know about this job, man. I profited 21.5% on this project. I did everything from, concrete to framing to the siding to the masonry, the doors, the painted hardware, the painting, the trim carpentry, setting booths. I did all of it except the MEP, man. It was a great project. So I know I was successful at it because the numbers reflect that. Everybody was pleased at the end. You got to be able to operate in that realm as a sub. You got to know whether you're making money when you paint. I mean, if you're not making money when you paint, you need to raise your prices, you need to get new painters on board, or you need to not do painting. Same carries across for every other division of labor. I only bid the stuff I make money at, Let's assume you want to work as a sub. You've got your trade license or your general contractor's license to do commercial work, and you want to, your numbers, and you're set up with the software to track all your invoices so you can bill appropriately. You want to go out and be a sub. Where do you start, man? You got to be able to get jobs, invited to bid these jobs. You sign up for a service online called this Plan Room, Blue Book, or Blue Build, Blue Room. I can't remember what it's called. Plan Hub, I Square Foot, Dodge Network, Building Connected. You get on those websites, you make an account as a sub, you tell everybody what divisions of work you do, and just wait, just relax, man. The next day, you'll start getting cranked out invitations to bid these things, and it can be exhausting cranking out these bids, but eventually one hits and it goes real good. That's where you start, man. You just start digging into a set of plans on the computer, packaging up proposals and shipping them out to these people. I can certainly hook you up with my format if you're curious, what a proposal actually looks like. I'll be glad to email you one of mine, man, and you can copy it. You can use the same format. I'll be glad to discuss numbers and pricing with you and overhead and profit with you. I'll be glad to discuss all that if you send me a DM or look my phone number up on the internet, Crest Construction. Give me a call. I'll be glad to talk to you. I know everything I know about the business side of this because people have taught me and I've learned it along the way. In some areas that I don't know what's going on, you probably do know what's going on and you could probably help me. And in some areas where I know what's going on and you don't, I could probably help you. And that's my only goal here, man, is pass along what's been freely given to me. It's given me a career and a life, So if you got any questions about this stuff or you want more information, you want to see what a proposal looks like, man, shoot me a DM, give me a call, look me up. I'll be glad to help you out any way that I can. I would encourage you, start getting some invitations from one of these websites and interact a little bit with the project managers through email. Learn how to send professional emails. It really helps if you take the time to get a website, through GoDaddy.com, get a domain, build a little website through Squarespace or Wix.com, and get an email domain that's like bill@smithconstruction.com instead of like smithconstructionbill@gmail.com. That doesn't look professional, My email, man, martin@crestconstructionla.com. My website, crestconstructionla.com. Go check that out, man. I built it myself. It was a labor of love, but it reflects what my company's really about. You got to be able to reflect what you're all about. If you're just about a dollar, man, I don't think that you're going to succeed in this business. if you're about showing up, playing ball, working as a team, and delivering quality work, when all is said and done, if you're about working your butt off so that you can drive past this project and be like, man, we broke even on this, but look at that damn thing. That was a hell of an experience. My God, you might be in luck for this, but if you're just with all this, you may be out of luck though if you're just chasing a dollar. The jobs where I'm just chasing money, I just don't seem to get them. And when I am just chasing money, I wind up putting myself in positions where I'm probably not going to make money. And, somehow I've managed to come out though without losing anything major. I've done some free work before, but at the end the project still made money. I make my money at the bid, at the proposal that I send out. I don't make my money by strangling the job and pulling my men off and saying, I'm not doing another lick of work until you give me a change order for this extra $1,000. Some guys do that in commercial work and they don't get repeat business. I make my money by bidding the job appropriately, bidding it with the correct overhead, bidding it with the correct profit on top of it. And at the end of the day, man, I go in and I execute with my crew of guys and we come out profiting. I mean, it's awesome. So if you got anything out of this, that's great, man. I mean, reach out to me. I'm being serious. Reach out to me and I'll be glad to help you. Any input is much appreciated. Any topics you guys want to hear discussed, just shoot me a DM and let me know. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one, man. Take care.